Morning, YouTube family. Martinez Country Home here. Just driving along to going along to work, and just thought I'd chit chat with y'all for a little bit. Nothing has changed regarding the things that we've been talking about. Saw a couple of videos this morning that are the content creators I look at pretty much all talk about what I talk about. We're aware of the same things. Basically, they were talking about a couple of the ones that I saw were talking about inflation, a little bit of the health crisis, kind of talking about a little bit of everything that's going on that's affecting us. And then which was a preparedness now, and pinball preparedness. Another good one, guys. I got a chance to watch a little bit of it while I was getting ready. Didn't get to finish watching it. Is Austin from Ohio. The guy's got some really good work, guys. Y'all really should go watch this video, and I'll leave his vid in the description. That way y'all can check it out. He puts things together really, really well regarding like Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030, the so-called New World Order, which is it's there, but all it is, guys, is the ruling class. That's all it is. It sounds conspiratorial, but there's really nothing conspiratorial about it. It's just the ruling class and the system that they've put to basically enslave humanity, and at the same time basically not even to where humanity doesn't know that they're being enslaved. They've done it psychologically and through the school system, through the education system, the university system. Anyway, guys, this is basically just a little talk about everything that's going on. But we can talk about a lot of these things like Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, the New World Order. This is going to tie into what I'm talking about, chemtrails, which is now they call it geoengineering. A lot of these things that people would not even too long ago would say that we were conspiracy theorists, and we don't know what we're talking about, and we're making a big thing about nothing. I'll give y'all an example of the way the system does it. So many years ago, I started telling people about chemtrails, which was, and people would counter that, well, they're not chemtrails, they're contrails. It's just the exhaust from the airplanes or whatever. But eventually it got to be so obvious, guys, that the geoengineering, the so-called geoengineering, that instead of calling it chemtrails, they stopped denying that they were doing it, and they just started admitting it and calling it geoengineering, weather modification, and now people forgot that it was something that they were denying over and over and over. And now what's the big deal? We're just we're trying to climate change or whatever, the buzzwords that they use. And so while we've been people for years have been trying to warn people about the chemtrails, and what they release has to come down, guys. It just doesn't stay up there in the air. Heavy metals and even coal ash, all these things that they were using. So it ends up that they've been doing that, but now they call it something else, so it's okay. So damn it, dude, the fuck, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that out. This guy just literally turned in front of me. Excuse my language, guys. Anyway, yeah. So the same thing is applying now, guys, to what's going on. Another thing was that they used to talk about was fluoridating the water. They would fluoridate the water, and at the same time, there's scientific evidence of what fluoride does to our bodies. The fluoride, gets absorbed by the thyroid, and doesn't let the iodine. I'm just being very, very general here, not, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but very generally, our body needs iodine, and what ends up happening is that the fluoride, it has the same bonds, atomic wise as iodine. They're in the same family, and it takes the place of the iodine that the thyroid needs. Anyway, as well as it calcifies your pineal gland. But people didn't want to hear it. People's health suffered, and they said that it was good for the teeth. I mean, so, and people forgot about it. The other thing, guys, that where I'm going with this, guys, is that when we've tried to warn people about stuff, different things that were not very beneficial to humanity, with time, they go out and admit, oh, yeah, it is good. They end up admitting, yeah, it was bad, or yeah, we were doing that all along. Of course, what's the big deal? One of the bigger ones was if you look at the old ads, smoking. You have ads from the 40s and 50s, the 60s, that smoking was good for you. You even got doctors talking about a cigarette away keeps the doctor away, whatever. I mean, you would see the old ads on there. And now, of course, we know that, because of all the additives that they put in the tobacco, because it causes lung cancer and all kinds of other health issues. I don't know if y'all remember DDT, which is that pesticide, or is it an herbicide? I've seen ads as well where they touted it that it was beneficial. Laudanum, which is basically it's an opioid. It's like a painkiller. It was touted as being beneficial to humanity, but all it did was cause addicts, ruin people's lives. So now we have this health crisis, and I have to be real careful about how I say it, what I talk about, but it's sad because they're really censoring hard on this, and all you're hearing is the propaganda and the lies from the system, but you're not hearing what's really going on, guys. You're not really hearing the truth of what's going on. You're not hearing anything. You're just hearing one side of the health crisis and the supposed cure that they've come up with for this health crisis, so that, quote unquote, so that life can go back to normal. And I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. There's been so many adverse effects, adverse reactions that have resulted from this remedy that they put out, and what I was talking about, the system, people being brainwashed, and through the education system and through the university system. There's no way that people that go to school, go to college, a lot of them consider themselves that, they're more smarter than you. They're smarter than you are because they went to a university or they got a degree. When the fact of the matter is that the people that taught them what they know were themselves brainwashed. The university system was infiltrated a long time ago, guys. So when you try to, sometimes I wonder, like, why is it that people don't, they don't even give you a chance. They don't even give themselves a chance to look into what you're trying to tell them, trying to research, trying to tell them what to research, like point them in the right direction. They don't want to hear it, or they're so set in their ways that they'll fight you. They'll even turn against you, and they'll snitch you out. And I'm just gonna say it like that, is that's what they do, is they snitch you out if they don't like what you're trying to tell them. That's because it's psychological, guys. The people that have come up with these methods of teaching, they learn these things like at the Tavistock Institute in England, and they teach a lot of psychological methods on how to manipulate and push people in a certain direction. They know the human psyche. They know human behavior. They're very well aware of the weakness of humanity. And they use it against us. They use our emotions. They use our our humanity. They use it against us. And so then you have, so that's been ingrained in the people. And I'm sorry if I'm rambling, guys, if I'm going all over the place, but I'm seeing so many changes here right in our face, and people can't wake up. People don't, even when it's been a year since all this started with the health crisis back in March of 2020, when it really got here to the United States, where it really policies and things started to change for us. Lockdowns, business closures, mask mandates, things of that nature. It's already been over a year. And even though in that time, the evidence not only in what you can see in front of your face, but people that are legitimate doctors, and people that are not benefiting from the system. They're telling you the truth, and they're giving you examples of that this health crisis was not what it seems. And yet people are still, a lot of them, even for their pride, they won't admit that they were wrong. You can see that this health crisis basically affected people that were not healthy. Most people got over it. You can see for yourself the statistics. So people have gotten so, have become so brainwashed, and so and I'm trying to find a better word for that, brainwashed, but it is what it is. That is what happened. I have very good friends and family that I love very much, that I love very much, and they believe what they believe, and so out of respect and out of my love for them, I stopped trying to I guess push my views on them. I don't want to do that. I don't want to just be pushy, but my concern for them, my intentions were to help them, but I don't. You end up being the bad guy. It's like they say, what's that saying? No good deed goes unpunished. And I've seen that many times. So all of this, what's going on, guys, when people start waking up and people start realizing that, hey, you know what, this is not good for us, or hey, what's going on here, the system is very good at all of a sudden changing it to where, yeah, they'll admit it and it's like no big deal. And so people, again, just a lot of people, the ones that were waking up, they're like, oh, okay, we'll see, they admitted it. But, all along, they were denying it and denying it. These truths that we were trying to tell y'all, or trying to tell, get the fuck out of the way. This is crazy, guys. Yeah. But it's crazy. So what's going on, guys, is that people are gonna start to when these things like they've been talking about, food shortages, right? When they start to happen, it's going to be like with the toilet paper. The toilet paper is going to be a very good example to use, because in reality, there was really not a toilet paper shortage. There really wasn't. What happened was the people that that don't really prepare or anything, they went out and rushed out and like literally bought up everything. Instead of preparing gradually, everybody wanted to go at one time and hit everything, right? Take everything. So it naturally caused the shortage. So it naturally caused the shortage, and when there really wasn't a shortage. The same thing's gonna happen with food, guys. And the only thing is, though, is with food, it's a little bit more different than with the toilet paper. The toilet paper, eventually, it'll catch up. Supply will catch up like it did. Now they have a lot of. I've seen pallets up on top of at the grocery stores. If you look up in the aisles, it's almost like a warehouse. They have pallets and pallets of toilet paper. It's stabilized, but I don't see. The thing is, with food, it's a little bit more serious, because with toilet paper you can adapt. You can use other things to replace the toilet paper. But with food, guys, what's gonna happen is, if people start seeing supplies dwindling, or once they hear from family and friends or on the news about shortages, they're gonna react. They're gonna panic, and they're gonna hit those stores, and the shelves will empty out pretty quick. So they're gonna empty out pretty quickly, and yeah, man, and it's gonna be ugly. So anyway, guys, hope you have a great day. I just wanted to talk with y'all. There's a lot. Apologize for the language. This is what I go through every morning. People just cutting in front of you, literally, or drifting into your lane. And yeah. So anyway, like I said, I'll leave the link to Austin from Ohio. These things of Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030, they've been in front of our face all along, guys. All along. You just never really thought about it. There's agencies, right, that are not even government agencies, and they're making laws and they're making city ordinances, statutes and all that, and they're not even. You didn't even vote for these people. They call them area council of governments. Usually they're like all these little municipalities. They get together and they talk about what they want to do, and they'll say, okay, this is what we want to do for our county or for our little city. And then they'll go out, they'll make a meeting, and they'll decide what they want to do, and they'll go back to their councils or whatever, to their respective governments, and they'll pass laws. Here in San Antonio, we have the area Alamo Area Council of Governments, and they do that a lot. And those people follow Agenda 21 laws. So, I mean, Agenda 21 policies. That's where they get their policies from Agenda 21. I mean, from the UN. And y'all can look that up, guys. So anyway, y'all have a great day, guys. It's a beautiful day here in San Antonio. Keep stocking up and don't stop. Just keep preparing, guys. So y'all have a beautiful day out there, guys, and take care of each other and love each other out there, because that's what we're here for. God bless.